Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Neutral Zone Podcast, Episode 1. Hello, everybody. Welcome to
Episode
Zone
one,
1.
dude. This is
Episode 1.
this is interesting.
It's lit, brother. All right. We have a couple of
It is.
topics we're going to talk about today.
Dude, this is
We have Micah Fitzpatrick to the Steelers.
interesting.
Big
Yeah.
Ben's injury.
By the way,
That
that is Soulbound. I am Mr. Rayguns, your
Everybody
two
will be in the
hosts,
description.
probably forever. Yeah, of course. And if we ever have guests, we'll put them in the descriptions
Yeah,
too.
this
I
is
would-
just for the first stream while we're getting our
Yeah.
stream key ready on my account. So,
And if we ever have guests, we'll put them. Yeah, the rest of the streams will be on the Neutral Zone channel.
that is correct. So we're gonna start off with why don't we start off with
Yeah, the rest of the streams will be on the
the
Neutral Zone
Ravens?
channel.
How about them? That is correct. So we're gonna start.
They're scary. I mean, we're both like fans of teams in the AFC North. So obviously, I mean, we keep up to date with sports and certain teams more than the average person, but you know, more so the AFC North. And to see what is going on with the Ravens, it's horrifying.
Ravens torching two teams in a row. May I add, they are the Dolphins and the Cardinals, but still, Lamar Jackson's
Right.
improvement has been phenomenal. Torching two teams in a row.
Oh yeah, especially from what he was last year. But I will say I do want to see him play a defense
Yeah.
before I make. I mean, they play the Chiefs, so I expect a high-scoring game because the Chiefs don't have a defense. Simply put.
I honestly think this game will decide who's going to be MVP this year.
So I expect a high-scoring game. It could be the battle of MVPs. Who knows?
All right, Brad. Thank you. I'll lower the music a little bit, buddy. Sorry.
It could be the battle of MVPs. Who knows?
Yeah. The
There's an echo.
There's an echo.
He says there's an echo. It makes it impossible to hear.
Okay, I should fix that now. Sorry, this is the first stream I've done on OBS for here.
Yeah.
It's a bit unbearable, my bad.
It's probably that like your mic is
It was-
extremely
I
loud
think it's 'cause
and
I have
I'm
the
echoing
tab
off
open in
you.
the bathroom. I mean, the bathroom.
Oh.
The background, yeah. Are you echoing a
Yeah.
little bit?
All right, I have the chat open.
Yeah, I have it open as well.
I'm echoing a little bit, but it's not that big of a deal.
Okay, so let's talk about how Patrick Mahomes versus Lamar Jackson. How is this game going to end up?
Oh, the Chiefs are gonna torch them, in
You
my
think-
opinion.
You think the Chiefs are going to torch them? Really?
I do.
I
I mean, like Patrick Mahomes is. He's insane. Like I don't want to say he's like one of the greatest ever, but like the way he's playing, if he stays on this pace, he's gonna end up being the greatest ever.
may I add, he had two receivers. He had Tyreek Hill out, his wide receiver number 1 out. Then he had two no names that I didn't even know existed. Drop like 100 yards.
Yeah, so far in the regular season, he's got 7 touchdowns, 0 picks, and his completion percentage is—he's got a 71.4 completion percentage, 821 yards.
He is phenomenal. Maybe the greatest quarterback prospect we've ever seen so far.
Yeah, his rating, his QBR is 136.3.
But the Ravens are on a hot shot streak right now, dropping over over 30 points.
Yeah, I mean they
Zach,
dropped
maybe a little
56 or 59 in week 1.
Week 1, and they had to play Arizona. They dropped to over 30, which is great.
Right.
Lamar Jackson's footwork.
But again,
has
it's
improved.
Arizona.
Yeah, I'm just saying it doesn't matter. Lamar Jackson making the throws he's been making
Right.
is just great.
Great throws for a running back.
Not bad for a running back, I will say.
Right.
So let's continue on about our division that we so in love.
Yeah.
The Bengals.
Oh,
The 0-2 start to the Bengals and the Steelers.
Yeah. Okay, here's the thing. If they can play like they did against the Seahawks for the rest of the year, I can see them going 8-8, 7-9 because there are some games in here that we could totally win on the Bengals schedule. Like, okay, I have it in my wallet, but I'm just going to pull it up on Google. Our next game I know for sure is the Bills, right? So we've owned the Bills for the past few years that we played them. I think they beat us one time in like the past 4 or 5 years. Plus, most Bills fans are Andy Dalton fans. Bengals and Steelers is going to be interesting. It's Monday night primetime game, and the Steelers just historically own us in that. But you don't got Big Ben, who is a game changer. And the Steelers the past 2 weeks haven't looked that good. And then we play the Cardinals. Like,
So
we
far,
have really easy games that we can win.
I will say the Bills are their defense is probably the sleeper this year.
Oh, yeah. Bills are looking really good this year.
Bills are looking phenomenal. Their offense could use a little bit work,
Yep.
but other than
Josh,
that,
Josh
Allen,
Allen, man.
he hasn't been he
He's
hasn't
looking
been
pretty
that bad.
good.
Yeah, he's looking pretty above average.
Yeah, I mean,
Um,
better than what Jalen Ramsey called him. He called him a bust or something like
he
that, or one of
called
the
him
worst
trash.
draft picks he's ever
He
seen.
called him trash.
Yeah, garbage. Dumpster fire, you know.
Thank you, Zaz.
He's looked. I mean, he's been looking better than Ramsey's been looking.
Really? Ramsey
Well,
is
look,
a
Jags
specialist
are
in man. I will say he doesn't play zone well.
right, but I've seen him get torched a couple times in these first few opening weeks. And here's the thing about the Bengals, real quick: the division. Here's the biggest thing: if the Ravens get exposed, right? If they just comes out that they did that good against some really bad teams, but when they start playing their more difficult games, they're just not the same team. Because I remember last year, Ryan Fitzpatrick threw for 500 yards in 3 straight games, and we were all talking about how good he was. And then he dropped off. So if that happens to the Ravens, I can see any single one of the teams in the AFC North taking the division. I'm like, with Roethlisberger out, it's the NFC East of the AFC, where
Yeah.
literally any team can do it
We
with an
probably
8-8 record.
we have a lot of talent lined up in this division right now.
Right.
Maybe if the Bengals possibly draft a quarterback this year, they can possibly go 9-7.
They drafted one last year. Or
I'm talking about like top
the
10
last draft.
quarterback.
Right.
Like I'm not talking about like bum 4th rounder or and all that.
Hey, Ryan Finley ain't no bum. Let's be real.
All right. I ain't gonna diss. I'm just saying.
Yeah, he looked pretty good in the preseason.
Yeah. With Big Ben having his elbow out for the whole season, what do you think about Mason Rudolph?
I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna say it. I don't care that you broke your elbow.
All right.
No, man. Seriously, look, Mason Rudolph in the snaps that he's played in the Seattle game, he didn't look that bad. You know, he's not Big Ben.
Listen, he has 2 more touchdowns than Big Ben has.
It is true, but it's late game. You know,
He looked.
my simple thing is, he looks decent. It looks like you can win a couple games with him.
I will say.
But an 0-2 start is not what you want to get a basically rookie quarterback into.
Yeah. Baker was thrown into the same situation that Mason Rudolph was in though.
Baker had a lot more talent around him, in my opinion.
Possibly.
And they didn't. Yeah. Well, and this is the one advantage I will give to Mason Rudolph is
The O-line.
it's the same thing I gave to Baker last year. They have no tape on him.
Yeah, correct. That's how Baker threw for over 20, and he has the record for most touchdown passes as a rookie.
Yeah, for rookie, and that's why this year he's looked like trash so far.
I wouldn't say he's still above average for what he's playing, but he's having the slump of.
Okay, yeah, but he's
forcing the ball
not
to
playing
OBJ
like the
now.
Baker last year was.
Yes. I've noticed he's been forcing the ball to OBJ more than anybody. Jarvis Landry and Nick Chubb are getting
Of
open
course.
over the middle. Just because you have high-end talent,
Mhm.
even though Steelers have high-end talent, we'll say bailed us out. OBJ's not gonna make every pass you throw at him.
Oh no.
Literally, OBJ is only as good as the person covering him.
I agree. I think OBJ's really good, and I think he's got explosiveness, but aside from his explosiveness, I really don't think he's top 5. That's a hot take, but
Really?
I can name 5 receivers that I'd want over Odell Beckham.
Would you mind listening to them? I'm actually quite interested.
Yeah, I would take DeAndre Hopkins.
Obviously.
I would take Antonio Brown.
Okay.
I would take Julio Jones.
Okay.
I would take AJ Green.
I mean, a little biased.
I would take Keenan Allen.
Keenan Allen, really?
I think Keenan Allen's heavily underrated simply because he plays for the Chargers.
I will agree. Keenan Allen's heavily underrated, but you will take AJ Green and Keenan Allen over OBJ.
Oh yeah,
All right.
Here's why. Odell is really good in the open field, right?
Okay.
Once he gets into the red zone, you never really hear about OBJ in the red zone.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? AJ is a more physical receiver than OBJ is.
Okay.
I
I
think
can agree.
what Odell reminds me the most of is he's got the feet like Chad Johnson, where he's really, really quick with his feet, right?
Okay.
But I think OBJ is definitely top 10, but everyone's talking about him like he's some transcendental talent, like he's once in a lifetime kind of receiver. And I don't see it.
All right. So we're gonna. Well,
Plus, when it came down to it most in that playoff game, I'm sorry, but in that playoff game against the Packers, he just failed to show up. So, I don't know. I just don't think he's top 5. I think he's top 10.
I would honestly take. I would have him possibly top 5, but I would probably take Michael Thomas over him.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
I would take Michael Thomas over him right now, and I, I don't want to put OBJ in top 5 or AJ Green because of their injury history is the thing.
Yeah, that's true. I could, if Juju played like he did last year, I would take Juju over him.
Really?
Because last year, you forget, Juju was winning, not one-on-one coverages. He was winning two-on-one coverages.
Yes,
like,
but we also had the
left
fact
and
of
right.
cornerback number 2, AV getting double covered as well.
Right, but
he hasn't played
I'm
up
just
against
saying,
Stephon Gilmore.
I'm a Juju fan.
Okay. Yeah, I love
So.
Juju. I have his jersey hung up right now. But honestly, I would take Tyreek Hill and Michael Thomas over OBJ for top 5.
I wouldn't take Tyreek Hill over him.
Really?
I mean, I know Tyreek Hill is extremely fast, but again, what I love in a receiver is someone who's able to go up over defenders and pull down those contested catches, and I just don't see that in Tyreek Hill.
Tyreek Hill beats them off with speed. OBJ can make the catch,
Right.
spec catch, whatever you want to call it. But Tyreek Hill just burns them. That's what I find phenomenal about him. He doesn't need all the flashy plays. He just does it.
He's
by
also
pure
getting
speed.
like a lot of off the field trouble though. But
well, also Antonio Brown, but yeah, you can't.
Well, his is different. Like
his is
he's getting allegations on him that haven't been proven, but he will let you know if he doesn't want to play for the team, like with Oakland. But I mean, his first game with New England, he looked pretty damn good.
Yeah, he looked pretty darn good. All right, what about Minkah Fitzpatrick? Good trade or a bad trade?
I'm torn, right?
Same, I would agree.
On one hand, I think it's kind of bad for the Steelers, but I also think Minkah Fitzpatrick is a dog. Like, I think he's a good player. But
if anything,
I don't know if they won that trade in general. Right, exactly.
We helped the Jaguars
the Dolphins.
out. No. We helped the Jaguars out because they're going to get more value for Jalen Ramsey, who is a better cornerback.
Oh, yeah.
Than Minkah. Minkah can play nickel and he can play free safety, which is Steelers
suck
at drafting them in the first round.
Right, which I think is a good idea why they traded for one rather than banking on a draft pick for him.
Yes, we suck at first round drafting for defensive side the past couple of years.
I mean, you drafted defense first round for like the past 5 years, right?
Yeah, and most of them have been bust. Artie Burns, I will say, is the major one.
I was about to say his name.
Yeah. If it's under top 10,
well, we stole your draft pick.
Yeah. If
we stole your draft pick last year. You were gonna get William Jackson, and we stole him.
Yeah.
And that would have been your one hit on the defensive side.
Yeah. But we took Edmonds. Then we took Edmonds the year before, the year that Minkah was traded. I'm guessing we were eyeing on Minkah, but he was taken. And then we got Bush this year.
Yeah.
This past year. I say Bush does look really good. Like Ryan Shazier's success.
Oh, Devin Bush?
Yeah.
Yeah, I hate Michigan, but I will give credit to Devin Bush for being... He looks really good.
Yeah. So, in the end, Steelers, if they get
only watch the Super Bowls.
10, they get anything under a top 10 pick, like going like 5 and whatever, they lost the trade. If they
Shout out to
would
Zazu real quick in the chat. He said, "Don't like football, but I'll support the homies. Only watch the Super Bowls."
All right, listen, Zaz, you gotta watch the Steelers. Okay. All right.
You know, if you want to root for some underdogs, you go for the Bengals,
All right. So.
or you can watch the XFL.
Yeah, we don't talk about that. All right, Drew Brees.
Oh man,
Saints season over?
no, it's
No.
not over.
You think Teddy
They
Bridgewater
can.
has it?
Okay,
All right.
I think Teddy Bridgewater is not only a still decent quarterback. I mean, last game he played before he was traded, it was a playoff game against the Packers, right? And they almost won.
I'm pretty sure it's when he was on the Vikings, if I'm not mistaken. No, he was on the Jets before.
Yeah,
the
back up.
Saints,
I was
but
thinking
that's
about
a while ago.
I was thinking about this. I was thinking about starting a game as a quarterback.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was on Vikings.
But I mean, if Breeze was out for more than 6 weeks, then I'd say like it's not possible. But the Saints they're 1-1, right?
Yes.
If they were 0-2, I might say the season's over. But they can sneak in as long as look. Breeze is obviously only still playing to get his Super Bowl, right? If he had a Super Bowl, I think he would have retired already.
He already has one.
Well, another one.
Okay,
You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? To be
yeah,
in that
yeah.
conversation with Brady and stuff like that. But so he's gonna come back and give it his all, clearly. And I think Drew Brees is a top 3 quarterback. I definitely can see him putting his team on a win streak
Yeah.
near the end of the season. And Teddy Bridgewater is still a decent quarterback. You know, he's not like your traditional backup where he's average to below average. I think he's average to slightly above average.
Yeah. I mean, Bridgewater looked pretty decent in the Saints game, even though that was completely one-sided by the Rams. But
Oh yeah, the Rams just destroyed them.
I still say that was a fumble on my end, but they kind of.
Oh yeah, 100%. The refs always screw over the Saints.
I mean, it's not even funny anymore. Poor Saints.
I feel bad for the Saints. I think they would have won the Super Bowl last year if they didn't get the worst no call in the history of any sport.
Yeah.
That no call was just terrible.
Everybody's saying they had the chance to win and they got it on overtime, but there's.
Well, here's the
Not
thing: it
that
wouldn't have even
simple.
been in overtime
It wouldn't have
if
even been. Yeah.
the flag was called.
And Willie Lutz, people are saying, well, Lutz wasn't going to make the kick. He's one of the most accurate kickers in the NFL. He would have made it.
Yeah, and
No
he
doubt
just
about
made what, a 50-something yard field goal in the
58,
opening
I
game of
think?
the season.
58 against Texans.
Yeah, when Breeze proved again why he's one of the greatest to ever do it.
Yeah. I thought it was over. Texans had a minute left. They scored too quick. Breeze had enough time to get into field goal range.
He's one of those quarterbacks. He's like Tom Brady and Aaron Rodgers, where you're like, you can't score too quickly against him. You leave him too much time, and it's gonna be over.
Exactly.
They're gonna make those plays, even with he had one timeout.
Yeah, only one.
Breeze is amazing.
Breeze is phenomenal. He's a guaranteed first ballot Hall of Fame lock.
Yeah, I don't know anyone who'd argue that fact.
All right, how about Daniel Jones benching Eli over Eli? Yeah.
I want to hear your thoughts on this first.
Daniel Jones.
I'm curious.
This is tough to say. We haven't really seen anything amazing out of Daniel Jones yet. His couple drives in the preseason were okay, really nice completions that really anybody could have made.
Right.
Honestly, we just have to wait and see till Sunday, see what he can do. It's against the Buccaneers defense, which is relatively weak. I say he does decent.
Yeah, I mean, here's the thing with Daniel Jones is he's learning from Eli. Now, Eli definitely is not good anymore. He's not the Eli that beat the 17-0 Patriots in the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Or this 18-0. Yeah. He's not that guy anymore.
Yeah.
But he still has that mindset. That's one thing that never decreases when you get older in football. You still know how to play the game.
Exactly.
So, I personally think that Daniel Jones is in a good situation. He's got to good tight end in Evan Ingram. Receivers, he's got Sterling Shepard, who I think's underrated,
Golden
and
Tate.
Golden Tate when he comes back from suspension. So it'll be interesting. I'm not expecting him to do anything crazy,
Oh,
but
neither
I
am I.
think he's an improvement over Eli.
I wouldn't call him so much of an improvement, just as a gamble. I will say.
Right, but I mean, Eli's just not that great anymore.
Yeah.
I mean, he's not good.
I say 2016 after Odell was 2016 is when he dropped off.
Yeah, I would agree to that.
Yeah. How about let's talk about Mitch Trubisky. That atrocious.
Oh boy, that guy. Okay, you don't like him, right?
I'd like him as a person,
I
but I don't think he was worth a second.
I
overall
root
pick.
for him.
Like,
Yeah, is he a second overall pick? Probably not. But is he good enough to be a starting quarterback? Yes.
I personally, I don't know. I don't know if I would take Blake Bortles over him. I possibly might.
I would take him over Blake Bortles.
Really.
Because the thing is, Blake Bortles is a turnover machine. He's got more career pick sixes than he does career wins. So I would rather take Mitch Trubisky, who doesn't turn the football over, right? He may not make those deep throws, but he's still in a decent position. Like, he's got a good receiving core.
Allen Robinson's
I mean,
great.
Allen Robinson is the number 2 receiver, and he's can be a number 1 on most teams.
Who's the number 1? I thought Allen was their 1. No, Allen's 1.
With the Bears?
Yeah, Allen's 1.
Then who's the second string?
Cordell Patterson, I'm pretty sure.
I thought they had another number 1 receiver.
But nah, Allen Robinson's number 1. They have their slot, then they have Patterson, which is
Okay, either way, even if
Yeah.
A-Rob is the number 1,
Yeah.
he can beat the double coverages. And you see it over, even in the game that they lost in the opener against the Packers, he was jumping over people making these catches, even when he was getting shoved out of bounds.
He did a
You
great
know?
job of week 1.
Right. So his range as a receiver is kind of like Eli and Odell, where Trubisky could still throw a bad pass and Robinson could probably catch it.
Yes, but that's not how Trubisky improves. His footwork is atrocious, I will say.
Yes. But most of his problems are something you can fix. It's not like it's a lost cause.
It's all rookie mistakes he's still making, and he hasn't improved
Right.
since then. He eyes down his receivers, which was
But-
the worst pick I've ever seen. He just stared right at him into double coverage, threw it. Adrian Amos took
But
that.
Matt Nagy,
He's not utilizing his
I mean,
offense.
Trubisky took a big leap forward last year
Yes.
from what, you've seen from Trubisky before.
Yes.
So I think he's good enough to. I think if he doesn't improve this year, then perhaps it's a lost cause. But I think he can be good.
He has potential.
I think there's a lot worse.
He has potential to be good.
If I had to rank him, among starting quarterbacks, I'd put him around like 18.
18? Alright, I mean, I would take a lot of people over him right now in his current state.
Really?
Yeah, I would take Matthew Stafford over him, Kirk
I can agree to that.
Cousins. I would possibly
I would not take Kirk.
You would not take Kirk over him.
It's the same thing we talked about before we did this podcast.
Yes.
Kirk can't win against big teams. At least if Trubisky's average, at least he's consistently average.
Okay, I'm saying this. If the Bears didn't have that phenomenal defense, Mitch wouldn't be where he is.
No, I'll agree.
If he
But I can
was
say the same
thrown
thing
out
with
to the
Kirk Cousins and the
Giants.
Vikings.
Vikings have a relatively average roster, I will say. Great receivers, really
Their
good tight ends.
defense.
Their defense is okay, I'll say. Vance Joseph is good. Xavier Rhodes is good.
Yes, they forget about that D-line, man. Daniil Hunter.
Yeah, that D line is pretty good. But speaking of D
And their
lines,
linebackers. Oh, okay.
Detroit's
D-lines.
D lines. How about that?
The
Detroit has their-
Detroit Lions, or are you talking about their actual
I'm talking about
D-line?
I'm talking about their defensive line. That is
I mean, it's still
great.
good.
I don't.
Yeah,
care what
it
I'll
is
say.
really
It's
good.
Great.
Detroit, for the first time in a while, looks like they have a defense.
Yeah.
And it's... I feel bad for Matt Stafford because he was thrown in a terrible organization,
I feel
and
bad
he's
for
played
Matt
his heart out. Yeah,
Megatron and
and the big
Barry.
conversation. Yeah, the big conversation when Megatron left was, Matt Stafford always forced him the ball. Is he going to be good when he's gone? And he's been more than good since Calvin Johnson's been
He's
gone.
been above average, I'll say. I mean, maybe a little average,
Yeah,
maybe to above.
he's clutch.
He throws.
You
a
can
lot
count
in
on
the
him to
fourth
not
quarter.
turn the ball. Yeah, but you can count on him to not throw an interception on the game-winning drive. I mean, he's got a lot of fourth quarter game-winning drives
Yes,
on his resume.
that's correct. But I will say, having what's it called? Darius Slay, Eric Flowers, the guy that got from Green Bay, I forgot his name. They have Snacks.
Haha, Clinton
Snacks
Dix.
Ernst. Haha's on the Bears now. That D lineman
Oh
that
yeah,
they
that's
cut.
right.
The D lineman that they cut. Bears, the Packers. I
Mike,
mean,
it wasn't Mike Daniels, was it?
yeah, Mike Daniels. Yeah.
Okay.
If they that, and then I forgot their left end. I'm pretty sure. I don't know, but I'll say that they have relatively decent pressure, and they should have never lost that Arizona. They should have never tied that Arizona game, I should say.
Oh no, they shouldn't.
Kyler Murray looked terrible the first half. Second half, leading them to at least tie was actually pretty good. And
Yeah,
then,
for him, I mean, he made a hell of a comeback.
yeah. Alright, now we have the man of the hour, the Dolphins.
Oh, the Dolphins. The first take was doing these take it or leave it, and the question was, do you think the Dolphins or the Dolphins are going to go to are they going to go 0-16?
High possibility.
And I think Stephen A. Smith put it best. He says no because they get to play the Jets twice.
You're correct, but having Le'Veon Bell and Sam Darnold when he's healthy, they can probably manage.
Yeah, but he's out indefinitely, right?
He's out he'll be back week 5.
Okay.
So,
Well, do they have a game with them before week 5?
let me check their schedule right now, actually.
Yeah. And here's the thing with the NFL, it's just like it's so hard to go 16-0. It's so hard to go 0-16. Like there's got to be a crazy call that goes your way, something insane that happens.
I'd say
I just can't believe they're going to go 0-16. It's so hard.
They play the Jets later in the season. They have a bye week 5. And they play Dallas
Okay.
and they play the Chargers. Oh, okay. They might win against the Redskins, but unlikely.
I could see that. Here's the thing. They've played some powerhouses in the first 2 weeks. The Ravens and the Patriots.
Yeah, I will.
And Fitzpatrick, they asked Brandon Marshall about like his favorite quarterback, and he said it was Ryan Fitzpatrick because he makes people want to play for him, just the way he is and the way he commands the offense. And they got talent. The Dolphins, they have talent. Devontae Parker, Mike Gesicki's a decent tight end.
Xavier Howard. Kenyon
Yeah,
Drake.
Xavier Howard is a beast. Kenyon Drake. Kalen Ballage, the backup running back's good too.
I
can't believe that they could go 0-16.
They have some talent.
Because now I gotta look at this.
They're trading them away. That's the thing. You have
Yeah, they're in
talent.
full tank mode.
Why would you trade away Minkah Fitzpatrick? He's only a year 2.
Well, I don't think Minkah wanted to stay there in the first place,
No,
and they're like, all right, this guy doesn't even want to play for us.
Everybody wants
But let's get a first round pick out of them. Well, that's the thing. You can't get a first round pick out of everybody in the Dolphins.
Yeah, you could probably get a hard third.
Yeah.
Kenyon. Xavier Howard might push a first. I'd say he's probably.
I think he could get you a first.
He's probably worth more than Minkah, honestly.
Yeah. Okay, I could see the Dolphins beating the Giants. I could see them sneaking one against the Jets.
But I don't know about the Giants.
Maybe the Colts.
Colts have been looking quite fine without Andrew Luck.
Yeah. But, shit happens. Upsets happen,
Yeah. But yet again, I just don't see where the receivers are going to be open against that. The Jets' defense isn't half bad when they're healthy.
No, they're really good. But Devontae Parker's really good, too.
Yeah, but you traded away Kenny Stills, probably the best receiver you have on that team. You traded away Laramie Tunsil, your franchise left tackle.
Yep.
And you trade away your franchise nickel corner / free safety. what do you have now? You have Xavier Howard and Kenyon Drake.
Right.
Rosen's not going to thrive in that offense. He's been thrown in the same situation as Arizona.
No.
It's just
I feel bad for Rosen because I think he's a good quarterback.
I
Or
have
decent. Not
we
good,
haven't
but
seen
decent.
anything out of him when he has a capable team. He's been thrown into the 2 worst teams
Exactly
in the
my
league.
point.
Jets right now. Let's talk about them.
Okay. Well, their offense is their issue. You know, their defense looks really good.
They
Um,
held the Browns to at least under, even with some of their starters out, to at least under 30. I'll say that's
right. And on top of with their offense kept putting them on the field because their offense kept getting 3 now, 3 now, 3 now, 3 now.
yeah.
So, and they got their back. Luke Falk was what 20 for 24 throwing the
He
ball.
wasn't that bad. Then yeah, we didn't want to see that.
And you got Le'Veon Bell, who looks
Le'Veon.
really good still.
He's like the shiny piece of garbage on that team. I'll say. Him and Robinson.
Right, he looked really good in that game.
Man, like he's the definition of a workhorse for them right now.
He really is. I mean, he catches passes, he breaks tackles. He hurdled someone the other night too.
Yeah, he went around. He has. I still believe the patience on that guy is impeccable.
Oh yeah, I think he's one of the best players in the game still at his position.
His football IQ is great. Just knowing when to
Yeah,
cut
he's
up
extremely
that hole,
smart.
but like, I
Yep.
don't know how far your rap career.
How the Steelers never won a Super Bowl with Ben, Bell, and Brown, I will never know.
I think it's honestly their defense.
Yeah.
I
mean, there's that, yeah.
It's either your offense is so good that you don't need a defense, or your defense is so good your offense.
That's the Chiefs.
The Chiefs' defense.
The Chiefs
isn't that bad. It's not like 32 ranked or whatever.
I think it's worse than it was last year, wasn't it?
Statistically,
Statistically.
yes. They're not going to get as much pressure, but because they got rid of D4.
And they haven't played that much
Hudson.
competition.
Yeah, I guess.
I mean, they beat the Jaguars in week 1, and the Jaguars are decent, but they lost their starting quarterback, right? And Nick Foles threw a touchdown on the play that he got injured on, I believe.
I don't know. I feel so bad for Foles.
Yeah, because I like Nick Foles a lot.
I mean, I think nobody can hate Nick Foles, honestly.
Yeah, Thick Knowles is a great player.
I will say the legend of Big Dick Nick will live on forever.
Okay.
Yeah, I said it. Yeah, I said it.
Oh, that's fine. Stay on pocket. Dude, I have a video of me screaming that outside when they won the Super Bowl.
All right. Atlanta versus Eagles. Then we'll go on to fan Q&A if anybody's in the chat right now.
We got 3 people in the chat. But Eagles and Falcons?
Yeah.
I think it just proved how good Carson Wentz is. Even though he did get injured mid-game, he came back and should have thrown another touchdown if Nelson Aguilar could have held onto the ball.
Yeah, brick hands over there.
Yeah, but I also think Dan Quinn is a genius.
Yeah.
Especially with that last call to get Julio into the end zone. I mean, you pull that's a lot of trust in Julio and in Matt Ryan. You pull an offensive lineman off the line to just straight run over a corner. And you're trusting Julio to get that one-on-one, not get cut off, and Matt Ryan to get the ball out without it getting blocked.
The cornerback got pancaked and Julio was gone. They should have never ran that formation, I would say. They should have ran sticks.
Yeah.
I mean, was it 3rd and 1 or 4th and 1?
I think it was 4th and 4, yeah, something like that.
4th and 4.
And they went all the way.
They got way too aggressive, I'd say.
Yeah. I mean, you don't try to press Julio unless you're an insanely good corner.
Unless you're Jalen Ramsey man on man, you can't press Julio. You have to play someone and have him double covered. And have Calvin Ridley covered by somebody at least competent. Eagles corners are...
And that's the thing. Atlanta's receiving core, you got 3 starting wide receivers. Julio, Calvin Ridley, and Mohamed Sanu.
Mohamed Sanu is great. He has an arm too. Have you seen that video? Him
Yeah.
throwing it like 80 yards. Calvin Ridley is
Oh
just
yeah,
a
I saw it. I
speedster
saw
over
him
the
do it a
middle.
lot in Cincinnati.
Yeah. And Julio is Julio. Probably
Yeah, Julio's top 3.
no controversies. He's probably best receiver, just physically.
To have on your team. Yeah,
Yeah.
because he doesn't. You never hear about Julio messing up in the news. You
Yeah.
never hear about it. Does he even have Twitter?
Yeah, he does. He just posts like wholesome content, bro. He didn't even hold out
Right.
for his contract. He was just quiet about it. Let his agent deal with it.
Right.
DeAndre Hopkins
Julio, I love
is
Julio.
yeah. DeAndre Hopkins is probably considered the best receiver right now. But I
Yeah.
I just say because he's like
I mean,
more
he didn't drop a single
well-rounded.
pass last year.
He dropped 3 in the Saints games.
He
But
did do that.
yeah, but D Hop is just probably the most gifted out of them all of them.
D Hop.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. I
And
mean, he has one of the greatest catches of all time that didn't even count.
yeah, that was just I don't know. Him and Watson have a great connection. I'd say I like Houston to go
Hmm.
farther with them. And
I think the Texans are going to win the South.
you think? I mean, who's gonna challenge them? I mean, Jacoby Brissett.
The
Possibly.
Colts, maybe.
Yeah. Who else is in there? The Jaguars aren't.
Actually, I don't know. Tennessee,
Titans are.
they're pretty underrated.
I don't
I
know.
thought they
about
were 2-0.
Tennessee. No, they're 1-1. I think. Yeah, they're 1-1.
They are?
Yeah. Tennessee has probably the best backup situation right now. I'd say. They have
Right.
Ryan Tannehill, which is competent.
Yeah, he's good.
I mean, I wouldn't call him like good. I'd
Oh,
call him,
yeah, Titans just lost to the Colts, right?
yeah.
And they got a pretty difficult schedule, but they play. I mean, they got some easier games, right? Who knows what the Bills are going to be like in Week 5? They play the Broncos, the Buccaneers, the Panthers with an injury-prone Cam Newton,
No, poor.
the Jaguars twice without the Jaguars starting quarterback, and Jalen Ramsey might get benched.
He's not gonna get benched unless he holds out.
The Raiders,
Raiders are.
and
I'd
then
say they're average this year.
yeah, then 2 games against the Texans, and in division rivalries, you always play your rivals harder.
Yeah.
And they only lost by
Touchdown.
2 to the Colts.
I think if they get Derrick Henry rolling, Titans are good.
Right.
It's just like the Eagles and the Falcons.
And they got they got a good
defense.
defense.
Yeah, I'd say they're pretty decent. Malcolm Butler. They have that really good safety.
Secondary's nice.
Byard, yeah.
Kevin Bynard, yeah.
Yeah. I'm like shocked. San Fran's 2-0 right now though.
Yeah, I'm shocked too.
Garoppolo right now is looking pretty decent.
Garoppolo.
Bro, that's what they call him, bro. Garoppolo.
Wait till they play a really good defense. I mean, I thought our defense was really good in the Seattle game. But I don't know what happened. I'm gonna give them that loss, and just I want to say that I really, in my heart of hearts, I just want to say it was a fluke. Because there's no way you play Seattle that tough in Week 1 in Seattle.
Yeah, Seattle.
And play that good of defense against Russell Wilson, and then you just die against the Niners.
I don't know. Maybe the Niners will be good. They're not like.
Maybe they got drugged. I don't know what happened.
Yeah, bro. They got Julian Edelman slipped them some of the stuff.
Whatever they had to do, man.
Yeah, Broncos aren't looking good either right now.
Broncos are trash.
Bro, Joe Flacco's even.
They're my sleeper pick to go 2-14.
Real. I can agree, but that defense is pretty good.
Yeah, the defense is nice, but their defense can't carry them through games this year. Flacco is average to below average at this point in his career. The receivers, they got Cortland Sutton,
Edmund,
and
Emmanuel Sanders.
nobody.
Emmanuel Sanders.
Right? Yeah, I mean, you're right. Emmanuel Sanders. You got
Fant.
those 2. That's it.
Noah Fant.
Noah Fant still has stuff to prove.
Wait, was it Noah Fant or was it the other guy?
It's Noah Fant. That's
It's
their starting
Fant.
tight end, I
Okay,
believe.
okay. Yeah,
They got Philip Lindsay.
Lindsey is
But-
underutilized right now. I mean,
They are.
he's
That
just been
team
catching
just
all the check
cannot.
downs.
Exactly. And Flacco, I mean, while Emmanuel Sanders and Cortland Sutton are great, can Flacco get them the ball?
No. With that O-line, their
Exactly.
center's probably their best piece they have. Flacco's going to
Hmm.
stick to his specialty like what he had in Baltimore. He had one good lineman and check down to Philip Lindsay every play. Tight end is going to be his favorite
Yeah.
target. Tight end and running back.
And just look at who the Broncos have to play this year, right? So their
Chiefs,
next game,
Raiders,
they play in Green Bay.
against
I think it's in Green Bay.
yeah, I think against the most clutch quarterback.
And then they play the Jaguars, who the Jaguars are still a decent team. They're not
should win.
good, they're just average.
No reason.
And they play the Chargers, and let's be real, Philip Rivers is still chasing that ring. He's going to destroy them. Titans and Broncos, I give it to the Titans.
Yes.
Broncos and Chiefs, we all know what's happening there, both games. Colts are beating the Broncos. Browns will beat the Broncos. Vikings will beat the Broncos. Bills, if they play like they are now, will beat the Broncos. Chargers will probably beat them. The only other team I could see them pulling games off against is the Raiders and the Lions.
Yeah. Raiders.
Maybe the
don't
Colts
look
game
bad.
too, because the Colts are still suspect.
The Raiders don't look that bad right now.
They don't look garbage, but like they're one of those teams that could lose to a garbage team.
Yeah, you're right there. We'll do the Q&A, then we'll go to our rankings of who do you think's gonna win in the week, and then we'll call it a night.
Oh yeah, we can do that.
All right. Let me, pull
Well,
that
if
tab
anyone in
up.
the chat wants to give questions,
Yeah.
I'm looking at it right now. Chat is dead.
Yeah. Everybody, it's late. We shouldn't have done this late, but hey.
NFL Week 3 schedule.
We get NFL tier list. We'll put like 2 tier list. Yeah. All right. Here we go.
Okay, so Week 3. You want to just do this now and wait to see if we get questions?
Yeah.
Because we have one view, one viewer is what it
All
says.
right. So we'll do We're gonna we only
Here,
have 3
I'll
tiers.
give you the games unless you have them brought up for you.
I don't have the games. I just have the people.
Okay, I believe this is. All right, yeah. So Titans at Jaguars.
I say. All right. Let me get a spreadsheet, a Google Doc. Titans, Jaguars. I say Titans take that.
I agree. Dolphins at Dallas.
Wow, bro. Yeah. Yeah. I wonder who's gonna win
I'm
that
gonna have to go with the Dolphins.
Dallas takes that by 30.
I agree. I can agree with that. Bengals at Bills.
It's gonna be close, but I say Bills take it by a touchdown or a field goal.
I have to go with my Bengals in this game. I can't vote against them like that.
All right.
If it was against like the Patriots or something, I'd be like, yeah, the Patriots are gonna win. But against the Bills, I gotta say that we're more competitive.
Okay.
Lions at Eagles.
I don't know for this one. I want to say.
I'm gonna go
Eagles.
Philly at home.
I want to say. I want to say Eagles, but Detroit. They beat Chargers, who have probably a better defense besides defensive line.
Hmm.
Yeah, I'll have to take Philly.
I'm gonna have to go with.
I'll have to
I'm gonna go with Philly
Yeah.
at home, right after a loss.
Yeah. Philly
I'm gonna have to say Philly at home. This one's gonna be difficult. Jets at Patriots.
Well, all right. We already just gonna put Pats down for that one and call it a day. All right.
Yep. Falcons at Colts.
I want to say Falcons just because the experienced quarterback, just because of Matt Ryan.
I'll side with you on that. Raiders at Vikings.
I say Vikings. Vikings take that one. Just because of their receiving core and Dalvin Cook.
I'm gonna go with upset alert, and I'm gonna go Raiders.
Really? Okay.
Because Derek Carr's in a contract year. And they haven't looked terrible.
Yeah, they haven't looked that bad at all.
And Kirk Cousins is suspect.
Okay.
Game of the week though, Chiefs or Ravens at Chiefs.
Now this is the one I don't know. As much as
I got my pick.
It's gonna pain me to like want to pick the Ravens. It like I'm like urging to pick them. But
Right.
I think Patrick Mahomes is gonna work his magic.
I agree. I think that the home team, the Chiefs, are going to do it. I mean, Patrick Mahomes has 7
It's gonna
touchdowns
be
and like
close.
800 yards
It's
already.
it's gonna be close. I don't care.
We
I want to
think
pick.
again. Here's the thing. Here's the thing. Lamar Jackson has improved himself,
Yeah,
right? Mahomes has,
Mahomes clearly. Yeah, I'll
right?
take Kansas City.
Okay. Broncos at Green Bay.
Well, I'm gonna pick Green Bay here and call that one a.
I agree. Panthers at Cardinals.
Now, Cam Newton is most likely not starting here, correct?
Right, it's their backup.
Yeah. If I don't know, this one's another tough one.
I'll go with the Cardinals at home just because Kyler Murray has looked pretty decent.
If they get McCaffrey going, though, I do believe Carolina can take it. But the Buccaneers shut him down last.
Is Will right? Is Will Greer starting?
I think yeah.
I'm gonna go with the Cardinals.
I'll go
Battle of rookies, possibly.
Yeah, I'll go Cardinals.
Giants at Bucks.
I'm gonna take Giants here.
I thought I was gonna catch you by surprise, but yeah, I'll go with the Giants on that one too.
Even though they're starting Daniel Jones, I just can't see the Buccaneers offense getting anything going. Even though they have phenomenal players.
Exactly. I mean, yeah. Here's
Mike
the thing.
Evans,
Look,
Godwin.
Jameis is so suspect, dude. Like, some weeks you're like, oh my god, here he comes. He's bringing it back again. And then he looks like hot garbage.
Then you go into famous Jameis's turnover bakery. It's
Exactly. Saints at Seahawks.
I'm gonna take. I might take Seahawks here.
I'm going to go with the Seahawks as well, just because Russell Wilson has my respect. And they're playing at home, and it's November.
Yes. I do believe DK Metcalf is going to do some work this game.
I agree. Here is probably the most underrated game this week. Texans at Chargers.
Ooh. Okay.
Yeah, that's a good game.
That's a great game. If Houston held it close against the Saints with Drew Brees, there's no reason they can't win against the Chargers. I'm picking Houston.
I agree with your logic, but in the same breath, I'm going to say Phillip Rivers does it. Because I think he's in his last year, and he wants a Super Bowl.
Yeah, contract year for Rivers. He's most likely going to resign because loyalty of your franchise quarterback.
Right.
I'm taking Houston.
All right, here's yours. Steelers at 49ers.
49ers by a touchdown.
I'm conflicted. If Juju can win matches against Richard Sherman, because Juju's under a lot of pressure right now, a lot of people think he can't be a number one receiver.
Yes.
If he can prove himself, I think he's going to give it his all this game. If he can win those matchups against Richard Sherman, I'll still take the 49ers. Just because if the 49ers running backs do half as good as they did against Cincinnati, they'll win the game. Because they rushed for like 280 yards.
Connor's most likely going to be out this week. Just to give him a break, that is, at least, because he's in.
So you got Mason Rudolph, another backup running back.
Samuels.
Yeah. And I just don't see it happening. I don't see him pulling that off.
It might be close, but I don't see it.
I could see them being competitive in it. If that Pittsburgh defense steps up with Minkah Fitzpatrick, if he plays.
If Minkah Fitz plays and the defense does good, I can see us possibly winning.
It'll be interesting to see Minkah try to prove himself in his first game in
Current
Pittsburgh.
state of the 49ers, what they've been doing, I just got to give it to them.
Right. Okay, Rams at Browns.
Rams.
I agree.
The Rams.
That's a Sunday night football game. And then Monday night football. Bears at Redskins.
Oh, man. I want to give it to the Redskins, but I just cannot see Case Keenum winning against that defense.
Here's my problem. What I see in Mitchell Trubisky is he's decent, right in the 1 o'clock games. But on them primetime games,
I just can't see.
he reminds you of Andy Dalton.
I can't see Case Keenum winning against that defense, even though Mitch Trubisky could possibly
Yeah.
just be bad.
I will agree with you, and I'll go with the Bears.
Did you put your sheet? Did you pick your picks down on a spreadsheet, or want to just quickly go over who you're picking?
I did not, but I can write them down.
Yeah, I have a Google Doc ready, so I'm just go over who you're picking for all the weeks, and I'll just write them down.
Okay. I'll just go top to bottom and name the teams. All right. Titans.
Yep.
Cowboys.
Yep.
Bengals.
Yep.
Eagles.
Yep.
Patriots.
Yep.
Falcons.
Okay.
Raiders.
Oh yeah, you're picking the Raiders here. Yep.
Yeah. Chiefs.
Okay. KC.
Packers.
Yep.
Cardinals.
Okay.
Giants.
Oh crap.
Seahawks.
Yep.
Chargers.
Okay.
Niners.
Yep.
Rams.
Rams, Bears, gotcha.
And the Bears.
Bear down, baby. All right. That's our week 1 picks in. I mean, what is it?
I'll buy a
Week
Mitchell
3?
Trubisky jersey if he throws 4 touchdowns.
Yeah. All right. And then we're gonna do if nobody's gonna answer questions, we can do just the tier list.
I got one on my video.
Oh, okay.
Let me go to my channel and look at the video that I get.
And then I'll share the screen of the tier list. Then we'll do power rankings, and then that'll be it.
Okay. So I got a comment. Antonio Brown's situation. If you know, you know, and how you think teams are gonna do in the season.
Okay.
Okay, so I remember that, but he's asking about the Antonio Brown situation.
Antonio Brown, Antonio Clown, whatever you want to call him.
Yeah, Antonio Clown.
Terrible.
Yeah,
I don't
my
think he's a
simple.
good human being.
Right. My simple answer to that is he's a clown. He's all. I don't know about him personally, but just from the whole Raiders situation, he's a clown. He wants what he wants, but he's one of the greatest receivers to ever do it.
Exactly. He's worst TO, I'd say.
With Tom Brady, like here's the thing. Remember the last time Tom Brady had an amazing #1 receiver?
Randy Moss.
They threw for 27 touchdowns between each other.
Randy Moss.
Right. And I think AB's better than Randy Moss because Randy Moss can only make catches outside the numbers. AB can catch all over the field.
That is correct. He can go anywhere, really. But even though he'll be...
And yeah, and he already got a touchdown.
And the possibility of Gronk coming back, that could possibly be the best offense ever.
Yeah, I mean, they got, look, Josh Gordon can still be a #1 receiver, I think.
Edelman.
He's been showing it and proving it.
Edelman is an excellent slot.
Yeah, and exactly. And then if Gronk ever came back, I mean, here's the thing, Gronk's not even fast. He's just so big. He overpowers people on routes.
Gronk is probably one of the most physical tight ends we've ever seen.
He might be the most physical tight end we've ever seen.
Yeah. But do you take him?
What is he? He's like 6'5", isn't he?
Yeah, he's a behemoth of a man.
Or is he like? I think he's 6'6" or 6'7". Hold on.
He is.
I gotta look this up.
Tall. But do you rank him over Tony Gonzalez? Or Antonio Gates?
Okay, Gronk is 6'6", by the way. As a strictly receiving tight end, no.
Not Tony Gonzalez. Okay.
Definitely not. And not Antonio Gates.
Really?
When it comes to strictly receiving.
Okay.
No, I just don't.
I'm talking about all around now. All around talent.
All around, I don't know,
I'd
man.
say-
Antonio Gates is ageless. If Gronk plays for a couple more years, then maybe. Like, Antonio Gates is the first ballot Hall of Famer.
Yeah, you're correct. He's a living, walking legend in the league right now
Yeah. Yeah. Doesn't he have the most touchdowns of all time?
as a tight end.
Yeah.
I
You know what I'm saying.
Yeah. Let me check that up.
Yeah, he's still playing and he's 39.
Ageless wonder. Let's see. Yeah, Antonio Gaines is number 7. He beat out Tony Gonzalez.
Yeah, he's 6'4".
I think. Wait, did Antonio Gates retire this last year?
I don't think so. I think he's still playing. It says so when I googled him.
Uh, yeah.
All-time touchdowns, he's
Jerry
got 72 touchdowns as a tight end. Or 116. 116.
116. Larry Fitzgerald has one more than him right now.
And Fitzgerald is a receiver.
Yeah.
I mean, look, he went from top to bottom, from 2003 2018 for touchdowns. He went 2, 13, 10, 9, 9, 8, 8, 10, 7, 7, 4, 12, 5, 7, 3, 2.
AJ Green is number 68 on this list.
Of what? Most touchdowns?
Yeah.
AJ, if AJ, I think if AJ can eclipse 75 touchdowns overall, right? I could see him going into the Hall of Fame. He beat Randy Moss's record of most consecutive seasons since a rookie with 100 plus catches. And the only reason he didn't go even more is because he got injured.
I don't know if AJ is going to be first ballot. He'll make it to the Hall of Fame. I just don't know if he'll be first ballot.
Yeah.
His injury history is just
I see him going
terrible.
Every season that he's been fully healthy,
He just gets
even
struck
seasons
down.
where he hasn't been fully healthy, he's been to the Pro Bowl.
The football gods just hate him, man.
They do.
They show no mercy towards a great guy.
It's been his foot.
Yeah.
But hopefully, I think here's the thing: when the Bengals get back AJ Green, dude, if they can, right, it's nasty right now.
Yeah.
Like Tyler Boyd is good.
Ross
John Ross has 3 touchdowns in 2 weeks. And one of them was a contested catch that he caught for 60 something yards.
This might be Ross's
So,
breakout year.
I think it is if he stays healthy.
Only took him 2 years though, which is a darn shame.
Right, which sucks. And he was fighting injuries, but I don't know.
That's the price you pay for the fast.
That's all I gotta say about that. Right.
Alright, let's get this tier list up from Streamlabs, and then we'll call it a night. We got
Sounds good. Well, it's the inaugural episode, you know.
Yeah.
Says we got 4 viewers.
Oh, alright, I don't... Oh, okay, my bad. I guess I can't set up the other screen, but I can, unless I can. So... Oh, I can, okay. Add a new scene. Let's get... What is it? Window capture, yeah, here we go. Add source. Oh, crap. Chrome NFL tier list. Done. Okay, now let's... Is this showing up now on stream?
Hold on, I'm trying to see the Chrome list.
Right.
The stream is just black right now.
It's just black right now.
Yeah.
Come on. Remove. Let's remove that. Okay, we'll go back to here. New scene. Source. Where's window capture? Here we go. Add source. Window capture. Yeah, I don't know. It says it's still black.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I'll figure it out for next week, but we'll just say it, I guess.
Alrighty.
We'll just say who's S tier and let's just say whatever. All right. Who do you think are top Super Bowl contenders right now?
How can it not be the Patriots?
Patriots always a lock for S.
Yeah, I would say if the Super Bowl contenders, or is this like our Super Bowl prediction, or just people that we think can
This is
contend?
like S tier, A tier, B tier, C tier. We're gonna do this every week, week by week. So Kansas City
Okay.
and Patriots into S tier.
In the NFC, I got. Fuck, dude. NFC's tough. I mean, if Matty Ice is consistent, that offense is unreal. And the Eagles are fantastic.
All right, so Super Bowl, Kansas City, Patriots. What about? I don't want to say anybody from NFC right now.
I don't either. When
And-
Drew Brees comes back, I think the Saints will beat.
Yeah, but I don't want to say that for the time being. You know.
Right.
All right, so who do you think are gonna be the division champions? Like, make it.
In each division.
Yes.
Okay. AFC is hard. The North is hard, but if I had to just go with what I was thinking right now, it'd be Ravens. The East is the Patriots, obviously.
All right.
Um,
So, excluding Patriots and Kansas City, we'll say.
Oh, excluding them?
Yeah, exclude their divisions because they have it locked. I'd say.
Oh, okay.
So.
So North, I got the Ravens. South, I got the Texans.
All right. Texans.
And then the NFC, aside from the Eagles and Falcons,
I'd say
the
Dallas
North,
takes
I'd
that
say. Yeah, I'd say Dallas takes that. Oh, what? Wait. No.
division. No, I'd say Dallas takes the East right now.
I need to see an Eagles Cowboys game first.
Okay, but for the time being, I'm gonna put Dallas ahead of them right
Okay.
now. NFC North, Packers right now.
North, I got
gotta pick Packers.
the Vikings.
You have the Vikings, really?
I just don't think the Packers are really that great, especially under Matt LaFleur.
Aaron
You see them getting very
Rodgers-
frustrated.
Aaron
They did
Rodgers-
just beat the Vikings, but Dalvin Cook will continuously get better as the season goes on.
Yeah. If you see
And the
their-
Vikings have a slightly easier schedule.
Green Bay's free agency acquisitions have been great. Their linebacking core is great now.
Yes.
Their D line's pretty decent. Quan Alexander looks phenomenal. I
Yeah.
just see.
You know what?
Green
I take
Bay-
back Vikings, and I'll
say
say
that's the only correct answer.
I don't want to go with Green Bay because Green Bay's missed the playoffs the last 2 years,
Yes.
and they got a new head coach, and they're they don't look too on track yet.
There's so much going for Green Bay right now. Chicago has been off tune. Vikings are decent. Detroit.
I'll say I'm gonna go with Chicago winning that division.
You're gonna say Chicago. All right. AFC South.
Because look,
AFC.
last year, look, that defense was so good. Mitchell Trubisky only had to play good,
Yeah.
and they won that division.
No, but
I think that's what they do again this year.
Below average right now, I'd say, in my personal opinion.
But it's the beginning of the year.
I'll give them till week 5 to make my correct.
Obviously, all these opinions are subject to change.
Yes, obviously. So AFC South, we pick Texans. NFC South, Falcons or Saints.
Saints.
You're gonna pick Saints.
The Falcons are too inconsistent for me.
Okay. All right.
But I could see the Falcons making a run in the wild card. I don't know.
We'll
The
make a
Saints
separate
always
spot
get
for
screwed
wild
over
card.
by the
We'll make
refs.
We'll see a separate spot for wild card. So NFC West, Rams or Seahawks. I'm putting Rams there.
Yeah, I'll go with Rams. They were dominant again in their game against the Saints.
All right, so those are all quote unquote locks to make the playoffs. So wild card, who do you think? Falcons, Seahawks.
Are we? Oh, I thought we were going AFC first.
No, no, no. We're just gonna throw whoever in now because wild card is whoever.
Falcons.
What is there? 4 wild card
I
spots?
could see. Yeah.
Okay.
The other NFC team with a wild card. If Dallas is gonna win that division, then I'll go with the Eagles for sure.
So Falcons, Seahawks, and Eagles. No, can it only be 2 NFC teams? Yeah.
The wild card, yeah.
Yeah. So who we
But if we're saying Dallas is gonna win that division,
yeah, Dallas is winning that division. Yes.
so they're automatically in. So there's still the 2 wild card spots.
Yes.
I want to say Falcons and Eagles.
Falcons and Eagles. No Seahawks. Seahawks are 2-0 right now.
Well, the Seahawks would win their division. Oh,
No.
Oh,
Rams
yeah,
win the
shit.
division.
I don't know, man.
I'd have to knock.
I
them
just
from
the
this-
the Eagles are so good.
right now at this current moment, I have to take the Seahawks over the Eagles at this current time.
Okay.
That's just my personal opinion. I love the Eagles myself, but I just don't see it. You know, I'll put them in the wild card just because it's a mix-up there. We'll put 3 NFC. So AFC.
All right, AFC. I got the Titans
And Bulls.
and
I could see Bulls making a wild card spot. Ooh, what about the Chargers?
I'll go Titans and Chargers.
Titans, Chargers?
Those are my 2 wild card spots for the AFC so far.
So, alright, now we'll get into close but no cigar. So who's gonna be close to making the wild card spot? Chicago,
Okay,
close.
I thought Chicago won that division, but
I'm just
um,
alright. I'll put
yeah,
Chicago.
I get what you're saying. No. You can put Chicago in close but no cigar.
Okay.
Vikings.
Vikings, yeah, I can see that.
'Cause-
Browns,
Yes, I'll say Browns are close but no cigar.
Colts and Bulls.
I'll say Colts as well.
Colts, Bulls.
Because Colts are for me are on a wild card spot or slightly below.
So Vikings and Bulls close.
I say let's say the Bills.
Vikings.
Yeah.
All right, we'll have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 teams in close. So now we have to do our own little category of better luck next year.
Okay, so there's gonna be better luck next year, and then are we gonna have a garbage tier under
Yeah,
that?
we're gonna have a 2009 Detroit Lions tier.
Okay, so for the better luck next year, I'm gonna go Bengals, Steelers.
Yep.
I
Oh, what about San Fran though? We forgot about them.
don't think San Fran's gonna do that good in the middle of the season.
So we'll put them better luck.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with. I think they're gonna have a mid-season collapse,
Okay.
or maybe a week 4 collapse. And then also, I don't think
Raiders?
the Jaguars are trash, but I think they'll have better luck next year. And yes, the Raiders as well.
All right, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 teams left.
And maybe I don't want to say the Jets are 2009 Detroit Lions because like with Sam Darnold in there, they're actually
we'll do another
decent.
Tier. We'll do trash, and we'll do 2009.
Okay.
Lions.
Okay.
Okay. So.
And then from the NFC,
So we're gonna go into the trash tier now, correct?
yeah. No, I'll say the Panthers will have better luck next year
Okay. I can see that.
with a fully healthy Cam.
I can see that. All right. Now we're getting to enjoy your top 5 draft pick.
Yeah.
Top
All right, Jets.
Jets. Okay.
Um, Ooh, I'm trying to think of any other teams from the NFC that would have better look or enjoy your top 5 draft pick. Bucks. Tampa Bay Buccaneers enjoy your top 5 draft pick.
All right.
Giants enjoy your top 5 draft pick.
All right.
Redskins enjoy your top 5 draft pick.
Okay.
And I think that's about it.
You're not gonna put the Cardinals in there.
Yeah, I'll put Cardinals in there.
All right. Now we have the own little category that we all love.
The Dolphins.
The Dolphins and the Broncos. Have the time
Yep.
has come. You two, you're gonna be in the mix for top 3 draft picks.
Oh, they're going to be the top 2 draft picks.
Dolphins got a lock on one. All right.
Yeah, they're purposefully tanking.
Yeah. Like that. Yeah.
You can tell the owner, the GM, they have given up. Like they're done.
It's a wrap.
We're 2 weeks in and they're done. I love Fitz Magic, but it's over. Right.
So Broncos are gonna be trash tier with them. I say that's
I agree.
pretty accurate tier list right now. So is that gonna conclude episode 1? I say
I believe it will.
believe it will. We'll make it better next year. I mean, yeah, next year. Next episode.
Next week, next
Yeah.
season.
Yeah, next season when the Steelers are worst team in the NFL. But all right.
I mean, technically, they're tied for the worst right now. Steelers and Dolphins got the same record.
Well, you're not wrong. All right, I'll give you that one.
And the Bengals, though, too. Can't lie.
Nobody's technically worse than the Dolphins right now. We're the same team. We're trash.
Yeah. Dolphins are awful.
All right, we are. I say we're gonna end it here. Thank you for watching. The couple people that watch this. We'll see you next week.
Yeah. Peace out, Cub Scouts.